Hey, thanks so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Motivational Monday. We are going through the book of Proverbs. We started last week. Today we're on Proverbs chapter 6. Now, the book of Proverbs talks about how we can make the most of our life and how we can avoid the snares and the traps of this world. And today we're going to talk about how we can master our time and master our money. Now, both of those are so difficult because we can have a tendency to have our time control us and our resources, like our finances, control us. But let's look into Proverbs chapter 6 and see what we have to do here in order to master our time and our money. Starting in verse 1. My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have struck hands in pledge for another, if you have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, free yourself. Since you have fallen into your neighbor's hands, go, humble yourself. Press your plea with your neighbor. Allow no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. Free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the snare of the fowler. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider it the ways to be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in the summer and gathers its food at harvest. So when it comes to our finances, so many times we can compare and we can look at other people and say, hey, I would be generous if I had money like that, or I would be wise if I just had that break, if I just got that raise, if I just got this, and the list can go on, and really that's just excuse after excuse after excuse. And it's not how much money you make. It's being a good steward. It's being wise, how you manage the resources that God has entrusted you with. And that's really what it is. I mean, ultimately, everything that we have is God. He's the one who gave it to you. He has just asked you to steward it. And so let's be wise here. The verse I just read there is humble yourself. That's a hard pill to swallow, is humility sometimes. When it comes to finances, I understand. But we do need to humble ourselves. We have to understand to be faithful with what God has given us. Because if we can't be faithful with what God has given us now, why would He entrust us with more? And so let's learn from the ants. Let's work really hard. Let's be wise. Let's hold in the provisions so that way we have more when maybe a situation comes that was unforeseen. But you know what? You saved up. You had prudence. You thought ahead. So let's be wise with the resources that God has given us. Let us control our finances and not our finances control us. So let's talk about our time right now. He gets pretty in your face here, and starting in verse 9. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? There's even another translation that says lazy bones. When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a bandit, and scarcity like an armed man. I mean, like I said there, he's pretty in your face there. He's like, just get up. What are you doing? What are you doing still sleeping? And really the challenge is not to be lazy, is to get up and do something. Hey, we have to be wise. We have to be healthy. We have to get enough sleep. But he's saying a little bit extra sleep. What's the point of that? Again, we have to rest. We have to take care of our bodies, but at the same time, we can just be lazy. And so in order for us to master our time, we need to get up and control it. I want to encourage you, if you have a tendency to get distracted, like myself here, create a log, have a task list, and say, hey, these are the things that I want to accomplish. Maybe even time block it. You time block your day, your week by hours of the day. So in that way you can be productive and you can look back and say, hey, I was able to accomplish this, this, and this. Because here's the thing, the list will always go on and on, right? We'll never fully accomplish, but we can look back and say, I wasn't able to complete everything, but I was able to complete all of these things. And that's encouraging and that's motivating. So I want to encourage you to master your time and to control your time. Be intentional. Have that time block and be thinking forward. Have that prudence. Be thinking ahead and not just react to what's going on, but be proactive, right? And you can be able to master your time by doing that. Hey, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully that's encouragement for you. Mastering your time, mastering the money that God has entrusted you with. Hey, thank you so much. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.